Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over.
And they'll be led out by the second overall pick out of BYU, now in his second season, and that's Zach Wilson.
For a guy still in his second year in the NFL, this is obviously a big spot for him to try and fill. Able to engineer the victory in the wild card round last weekend. That's got to give him confidence, and it's got to elevate the confidence of his teammates as well. As he said after the win, things are only going to get tougher from there. He understands the situation he's in. He understands what's ahead of him in this one.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
On third down, Wilson. And this one is incomplete. They were trying to line up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
93.
On first down, Carr. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
Now Carr. Touchdown Raiders. Davante Adams. A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Raiders are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
Back on the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Now Carter to start the drive.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
Play action. It's Wilson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Here's Carr to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Davante Adams with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Raiders are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now, as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jets. And you work so hard during the regular season to earn that bye to go to the divisional round fresh. Well, maybe they're too fresh because they've come out here pretty flat.
And how many times have we seen it? And let's go to other sports now. Let's go to basketball, baseball, those ones where the playoffs are a series. And you see teams who were playing before versus the team that had the bye, and they take them on. And how many often does that team that had been playing before win game 1?
Right.
Almost always, right? Feels that way anyway. When it's a one-shot deal like the NFL, that's critical. Because now you come in and you've got the momentum, you can take them out in that one game and it's over. And those other ones, that team at home usually gets a chance to recover, and they're usually the better team.
Well, they better halt that momentum on the other side quickly, or this might be their last game. And he's got a man, Corey Davis.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Another tote for Carter.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Now it's Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Back to the ground with Carter.
10 more there and another first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first down, Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Raiders are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
That one into the hands of Adams downfield. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Throw left side complete. That's Adams. Touchdown! Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr.
And the Raiders continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think we'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
And the Jets set to take the field.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that...
And intercepted. Wilson's third of the game. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Carr. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
1:55 left to go in the first half of play.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Carr. He hits Adams complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Touchdown Raiders. Making 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Just a 4-play drive that time. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
There's Wilson to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So Wilson runs off, and now they will go to the man they call Greg the Leg, Greg Zuerlein. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that drops the deficit from 28 to 25. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room. Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give him credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give him any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Carr now on 1st down. And it's complete to Adams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 36 yards.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. The left left side throw complete to Adams. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. And we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams. As time expires in the first half. And the Raiders will extend their lead on the final play of the half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So it's on to halftime in this AFC. A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And, you know, both of us gave these guys a real shot coming in here, but I don't think anyone saw this on the road with this lead in the playoffs. They've looked good a lot of times this year. This is probably as good as they've looked.
Well, it's been a textbook game for them because what you talk about as a visiting team is putting the pressure on the home team. And what puts more pressure on a home team than to be behind the entire game? Because the home crowd's there really for a coronation. They expect to win. And when you're behind, it takes the crowd out of the game, and then the crowd gets a little bit uncomfortable, maybe a little bit frustrated with the home team, and that gives you an extra advantage. So they've done it perfectly. Big lead, put everything back on the home team, and they're capitalizing.
And right now, that crowd, silent. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Here's A.J. Cole now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
On the give, this is their fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of confidence.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Great effort there. 43 yards. And the Raiders take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21.
And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down. Now Wilson on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else should.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Ready.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They go play action now. Wilson. That's caught at the 1. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing again here. Wilson. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin from 3 yards out.
And the Jets are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Zuerlein good with a PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
From the 6. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. If they can finish this one out, they'll book a date in the AFC title game next Sunday. And it looks good so far as they try to run some clock here in this 4th quarter.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to. And right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score. But they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit with a big play.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
It's about the 23.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter,
he'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
John Franklin Myers. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. And they'll indeed take a knee. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. And they will take a knee here.
The Raiders are moving on. Thanks for watching, everybody, and so long.